It does seem very, rather serious, Michael, and certainly when you read the statements that have put forward by the Munich police, then you can see that they are taking these threats as very serious and also saying that they do believe that they're very credible. One of the things that they've said in their statement is they say that they have information that they're taking very seriously, that an attack in the Munich area could be planned at some point tonight. Now, that's one of the reasons why they've closed the Munich Central Railway Station, which is a very large railway station and was also one of the main places that refugees actually arrived in Germany. It was the main point where refugees arrived in Germany during the summer, so it's one that really became very well known internationally as well. The other railway station that was also closed is the Pasing railway station, which is in the west of Munich, also one that's used more by commuters to get into central Munich rather than one that would be very well known throughout the country to a wider part of the population. But it's certainly something where the Munich police is saying it's taking these informations that they've gotten very, very seriously, and they're also urging people not to go towards larger crowds of people, to stay away from larger crowds. They say they've put additional police on the road, and they're trying to come to terms with the threat level that they've received and also try and find possible suspects. However, they haven't put forward any information indicating what kind of plot this might be, who might be behind it, where they got this information from. But it's certainly, from the information that we're getting, seems very likely that this has something to do with some sort of possibly planned attack on the railway station, because we've also heard that there are no trains leaving any of those stations, the Munich railway station, the main railway station, as well as the Pasing station at this point, Michael.
And Fred, yeah, they're describing it as an urgent warning, this talk of concrete information, but it's literally a little late in the night when celebrations are well underway in Germany, right?
Well, it is quite late in the night, but it's not midnight yet in Germany. In fact, we're about 8 minutes away from midnight right now. So the main celebrations would be kicking off in a couple of minutes. It certainly would be the time that crowds would still be gathering in the larger Munich area. Again, they have not banned fireworks like, for instance, was done in Brussels. They also really haven't put in place additional security measures either. They do have additional police on the streets, of course, in light of the general terror warning situation that you have across wide parts of Europe, but they haven't put in place additional measures so far. So certainly this is something that does come very late in the game, but the Munich police, again, on its Twitter feed, really putting out very urgent information, asking the population to stay away from larger gatherings at this point in time. It comes late in the game, but it also comes really at the culmination of New Year's celebrations in Germany that we're a little less than 6 minutes away from at this point in time, Michael.